In this video, we will discuss about the folder structure in Angular workspace. This is the workspace name. In this workspace, we have first folder .vs code. We will discuss about this later. Then we have node modules folder. In our previous video, we have learned about the use of node modules folder. Then we will discuss about this projects folder later. Let's open this editor config file. This file is basically used to set up the environment. Here we have defined some settings. Code type single, it means in any TypeScript file we can use single quote, because for JavaScript and TypeScript we have to define single or double quote type. Here we will use single quote. Max line length of, how many maximum characters you want in a single line. We can define those settings here. Then we have few settings: character set, indent style, indent size, insert final new line, and we have trim trailing white space. We can define these settings here. In real-time application, many developers may work on a single project, and each developer may follow different coding standards to declare variables, classes, styles, size of each character and length, etc. At the end, we need to merge the code of each developer to produce the final product. In the time, it may give some error because each developer having different coding standards. In order to solve this problem, this editor config file is used, where the standard rules are defined which needs to be followed by the developers. The developer do not have access to this file. Only the manager or team lead who defines the rules can only have access to this file. If you develop the component against the rule, then your component is not going to be compiled. Then we have git ignore file. The files which you want to ignore in the git repository, you need to put those files in this git ignore file. In this file, if you write something with this hash, that is considered as comment. Without hash, those are actual lines. Here we have dist. Whatever we have defined in this dist, that will not be checked in the repository. See here, .idea. It means all the files that has the extension with .idea, that will not check in the repository. .project also similar to .idea. Then we have angular.json file. This is very important file and it contains all the configuration of our Angular project. We have schema, schema.json and version 1 new project root projects. Here we are working with workspace. So here we can have multiple applications. All the projects that we have created are available inside this projects folder. In the Explorer, we have three projects. So here also we have three projects: web app 1, web app 2 and my library. So expand the first project. Here we have project type, application, schematics and root. Then root is under the projects folder, then web app 1, then source root. Source root is the source code of this particular application. We will discuss about this source folder later. Then prefix app. This is also important. We will discuss about this later. Now expand this architect. Here we have four important things: build, serve, extract I18N and test. So first is build. So expand this one. Here we have builder. There are several options: output path, index, main, polyfills, tsconfig. These settings are available here. Then we have assets. Here we can store all our assets. Assets mean physical file, for example, image, audio and video that are specific to this particular application. Then we have styles. What is the style file that you want to use in our application? Now expand this web app 1 project. Inside this we have source folder. See here we have styles.css file. Now then we have serve. When you run your application in production environment, this will be useful. At development environment, this will be useful. Then we have extract I18N. This is used for internationalization. It is the process of building your product to support multiple languages. So don't focus too much on this. Then we have test. This is basically used for unit testing. So configuration about the unit testing are available here. So the basic use of angular.json file is it contains the configurations such as what is the project name, what is the root directory and the source folder which which contains all the components, services, directives, pipe. Then what is the starting point of your Angular application? What is the starting point of TypeScript and etc. Then we have package lock.json, package.json. In our previous video, we have discussed the use of these two files. Then we have readme.md. This file contains the basic documentation of your project. It also contains some pre-filled CLI command information and it contains the description of the project. Then we have tsconfig.json file. Tsconfig means TypeScript configuration. This file contains the configurations for TypeScripts. So we can define all the settings here like what is the base URL, what is the output directory, etc. It is also used to define different TypeScript compilation related options. Now let's open this VS Code folder. Inside this we have few files. Let's open this extensions.json. Here you can add a list of extensions identifiers like using publisher name dot extension name. You can add more extensions by using comma here. Put a comma. You can add more than one extensions. Then we have launch.json. It allows you to configure and save debugging setup details. This file keeps debugging configuration information. Remember that the attributes available in launch configurations vary from debugger to debugger. Then we have tasks.json. Here workspace or folder specific tasks are configured here. Simply understand launch.json is used to launch an application for debugging. It has settings like mapping to your workspace source code or defining the Chrome port, etc. In tasks.json is used to execute anything else that you may want, source code formatters, bundlers, or SASS compilers. So far we have discussed all the files that are available in the workspace. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thanks for watching this video.